स्वागत करते हैं जी एक बार फिर आप सब ਦਾ ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਸਪਿਰਚੁਅਲ ਸੈਗਮੈਂਟ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੇਰਾ ਸਾਥ ਦੇਣਗੇ ਕ੍ਰਿਸਟੀਨ ਅਤੇ ਅਲੀਸ਼ੀਆ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਮਹਿਮਾਨ ਨੇ ਈਸ਼ਾ ਫਾਊਂਡੇਸ਼ਨ ਤੋਂ। ਨੌਜਵਾਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਅੱਜ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਸਮੱਸਿਆਵਾਂ ਨੇ। ਅੱਜ ਅਸੀਂ ਦੇਖ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਨੌਜਵਾਨ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਕਨਫਿਊਜ਼ ਨੇ, ਟੈਂਸ ਨੇ, ਨੌਕਰੀਆਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੱਭ ਰਹੀਆਂ ਜਾਂ ਇੰਨਾ ਕੰਪੀਟੀਸ਼ਨ ਵੱਧ ਚੁੱਕਿਆ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਉਸ ਕਾਰਨ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੀ ਸਮੱਸਿਆਵਾਂ ਦਾ ਸਾਹਮਣਾ ਕਰਨਾ ਪੈ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ। ਸੋ ਅੱਜ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਯੰਗਸਟਰਸ ਕੋਲੋਂ ਕੋਈ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਸਪਿਰਚੁਅਲਿਟੀ ਦਾ ਸਹਾਰਾ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਬੈਨੀਫਿਟ ਲਿਆ ਜਾ ਸਕਦਾ ਹੈ। ਸਵਾਗਤ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਦੋਨਾਂ ਹੀ ਮਹਿਮਾਨਾਂ ਦਾ। ਵੈਲਕਮ ਟੂ ਦ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ।
Thank you.
Thank you. So Nisha, I'll start with you. You're a young girl. So in your circles, when you see all around, especially among the youngsters we are finding in this particular age, a lot of tension in the youngsters. They are aggressive. They want to vent their vendetta. They are looking for something. And many times, not all of course, but many times we see that many of our youngsters are taking a lifestyle which is not good for them. They also know that, but they find no other substitute. For example, drugs, to keep themselves, thinking that this will help them out, to take them out of the tension or to celebrate their success. So all these things are happening. What is it, being a youngster yourself, what do you feel? What is in the minds of the youngsters which makes them go towards these things?
So the way that we understand it is that everybody's pursuing their well-being. So whatever it is that you know as your well-being that you will pursue. So
Right.
usually we'll get something from the external environment, right? Whatever your friends are into, whatever your family is into, that's what you will do as well. So there's nothing right or wrong. It's just what's in the environment. It's just what people know.
Right.
So introducing something like yoga into someone's life where they see, okay, my health and my joy, my well-being, it can come from the inside out. There's no need for it to come from the outside. My own experience with this is that whenever I had stress or some sort of intense emotion, I was a compulsive eater. So what for me is I would have to eat something to make myself feel better, to make the anxiety kind of calm down. I found that after I took this yoga program, my own experience is that I was able to not even have cravings for food, such strong cravings. And
Right.
whatever it was on the inside that was bothering me, that made me want to reach out for food to eat, that calmed down just by itself, just as I was keeping up with my yoga practice. And it was a very beautiful way to experience that my own joy and my well-being can come from within, and it was a very healing and profound experience.
That's a very important thing what you have said, that whatever is fed to the public, that's what they acquire. So if in the media all these things are being brought forward, or in the society these things are talked, that's what get embedded in the minds of the people, and that's what they pursue. So basically, Christine, tell us, you have been a banker, you have worked over in Scotia Bank, and now you're in the martial arts business also. Tell us, especially the boys, what kind of thinking goes around in your friend circles, in the university, in the schools, in high school? Why is it that we find that today the youngsters are more aggressive than before? More of that individualistic thought process is prevailing as compared to earlier periods when people used to think in terms of the community, in terms of the society. Do you agree with what Alicia has said, that it's what they are fed, that's what they go for?
Yeah, I don't think they're more aggressive than before.
Okay.
To say that. I think it's just, if you look at history, lots of wars have happened before today. We live quite in a peaceful time, even just looking at the last 100 years. But I do believe nowadays people are much more empowered.
Right.
And I do believe that social media and news can bring this to everybody's attention much quicker. So something that was an issue that you wouldn't hear for 3 months until it made its way to newspapers from a different continent, the news travels within a day.
Right.
So I do believe that we're much more aware of what happens, and also the tools that we have. Everybody has access to cars. If you make mistakes with a car, people die very easily,
Right.
And in every aspect of our society, people are much more empowered. So then the effects are bigger nowadays. So youngsters, I don't know, I am part of that group of people.
Right.
Obviously, you feel that you're at the peak of your life, and especially as males, you want to make a difference. You are being taught that as you grow up, that you want to make a difference, you want to make something of yourself, and then you're given all these opportunities.
Right.
But you're not given a lot of guidance on how to keep a balance. People
Right.
talk about balance, but maybe especially in banking, this was a world
To reach the destination, the journey, it
Yes.
doesn't matter much, you know. Stepping on the shoes of someone, that's fine. While we might talk about integrity, while we talk about ethics, but when it comes to practice, probably is there a lack?
Well, what I was about to say was actually many people that work in a bank, the majority of people I know, they're people that want to make a difference.
Mhm.
So they're very good people.
Right.
And they do talk about work-life balance. The
Right.
bank makes as much effort as they can to integrate some health aspects, support. They talk a lot about it. But at the end of the day, it's a business, and they look at the bottom line, and they reward success.
Right.
And as an individual, you're trying to put this in balance. See, okay, work-life balance versus the bottom line and achieving more, you know, and
So
that's
basically
what
success is identified with having more, acquiring more, achieving more.
usually yes,
Right.
especially that's what a business does.
Because the structure is such of the society that everywhere that success is measured in terms of what you acquire, what you have.
Yes.
Here comes a point that religion has played a very important role in everybody's life. But today we find organized religion. When we talk about organized religion, in all the organized religions, we are finding the youngsters shifting away a little bit. They're talking about spirituality, but when it comes to the norms and rules and regulations, probably they do not want to follow that. Am I right in this, thinking that this is what is happening?
So Sadhguru has some really interesting things to say about this topic. It's definitely prevalent in our society. It's also in the way, the way that we've been educated. We are educated to be very logical people.
Right.
So I mean, if we have science in our schools, we have science, our phones, we have so much technology. All these things are working. They're working really well. Of course, that's what we're going to go after, something that
Right.
works. What about, if you're trying something for your own well-being, you want it to be something that also works. So maybe that's one of the reasons why we're seeing people drift away from that. It's because of the logical aspect. People just gravitate more naturally towards what they already know, what they see working in their lives. So if they see that yoga is something that is helping them from their own experience, of course, that's something that they first have to experience, and then only.
My question is, as youngsters, do you feel those norms, those conditions which are imposed on us by religions are the ones you want to go out of those and live the way you think it is right, rather than the norms which have been established before?
To me, it's what Alicia said before. It has to be logical. Just the
Right.
way I've been brought up and the school system I've been brought up. If it's not logical, I will dismiss it.
Right. So that thing of that aspect of blind faith is no more existing.
No.
You want logical answers for
No.
everything.
Yes, that is correct. If it literally, I feel that I'm being taken for a ride,
Right.
and I would rather know where I'm going and somebody at every step of the way. Maybe people were different in past times, but for myself, this is the reality. I put the coordinates in the GPS when I go to an address.
Right.
I wanna know how long it's gonna take to get there. I
Right.
wanna know if there's problems on the route, you know. And this is my mindset about most things that I do, whether
Right.
I cook my food or make a business decision. So it's hard for me to have another aspect of my life where I do not apply this.
So basically, again, that logic needs to be prevalent in everything what you're doing, which can guide you. So that is the reason probably the youngsters are not willing to follow those old systems and rules which said, close your eyes, remember God, and just follow that. You want an answer for that.
Yes.
Well,
So yeah.
you can still have your religion, you
Yeah,
can
of
still
course.
have your devotion, you can
Right.
still have your faith, whatever it is you were brought up with, your culture.
Right.
All of those things, you have them, they're beautiful, they exist. Without them, I think a little bit we are lost.
Right.
So in a sense, it's a good thing to keep up with that. It's just that this is what Sadhguru and what Isha offers, it's a technology. So it's like an iPhone. Anybody can have an iPhone. You can still be Hindu, Muslim, Christian, anything that it is, and you can still use your iPhone. It's very similar about yoga.
So while we are concerned about youngsters drifting away from those norms, but along with that, we is also finding a revival of youngsters like you who are drifting towards spirituality, and spirituality where logic prevails, where you want to create some difference in your own lives and also bring about a change in the society and the world. It was a pleasure talking to you. Thanks for your perspective.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ। ਸੋ ਅੱਜ ਅਲੀਸ਼ਾ ਅਤੇ ਕ੍ਰਿਸਟੀਨ ਨੇ ਜੋ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ ਨੌਜਵਾਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਸਮੱਸਿਆਵਾਂ ਨੇ ਉਸ ਸੰਬੰਧ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕੀਤੀ ਕਿ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਸਪਿਰਿਚੁਅਲਿਟੀ ਜੋ ਹੈ ਉਸ ਤਰਫ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੇ ਨੌਜਵਾਨ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਉਸ ਪਾਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਜਾ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ, ਉਹ ਸੋਚ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ। ਪਰ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਇੱਕ ਚੀਜ਼ ਬੜੀ ਕਲੀਅਰ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਸਕਸੈਸ ਨੂੰ ਮੈਜਰ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ ਇਨ ਟਰਮਸ ਆਫ ਮਨੀ, ਇਨ ਟਰਮਸ ਆਫ ਕੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਰਿਵਾਰਡਸ ਕੀ ਨੇ, ਪਰ ਉਸ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਨਾਲ ਇਹ ਹਰ ਇੱਕ ਵਿਅਕਤੀ ਦੀ ਆਪਣੀ ਆਪਣੀ ਸੋਚ ਹੈ, ਉਸ ਦੀ ਜਜਮੈਂਟ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਕੀ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਕੀ ਗਲਤ ਹੈ। ਲੇਕਿਨ ਨੌਜਵਾਨ ਪੀੜ੍ਹੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਸੋਚ ਪ੍ਰਚਲਿਤ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਲੌਜੀਕਲ ਆਨਸਰਸ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਚਾਹੀਦੇ ਨੇ। ਗਿਆ ਉਹ ਸਮਾਂ ਕਿ ਸਿਰਫ ਡਿਵੋਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਆਧਾਰ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਕਹਿ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਸ ਨੂੰ ਫੋਲੋ ਕਰੋ। ਨੌਜਵਾਨ ਇਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਕਿ ਨਹੀਂ, ਅਸੀਂ ਸਪਿਰਿਚੁਅਲ ਵੀ ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਅਸੀਂ ਚੰਗੇ ਇਨਸਾਨ ਵੀ ਬਣਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਪਰ ਨਾਲ ਨਾਲ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਆਨਸਰ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਇਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਲੌਜਿਕ ਕੀ ਹੈ, ਕਿ ਐਵੇਂ ਹੀ ਤਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ, ਇਸ ਦੇ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਕੀ ਕਾਰਨ ਹੈ, ਕੀ ਇਸ ਦਾ ਬੈਨੀਫਿਟ ਹੋਏਗਾ। ਇਹ ਸਾਰਾ ਜੋ ਹੈ ਤਾਲਮੇਲ ਕਰਕੇ ਇਹ ਸਾਰੀ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਨਾਪ ਤੋਲ ਕੇ ਇਹ ਨੌਜਵਾਨ ਪੀੜ੍ਹੀ ਜੋ ਹੈ ਸੋਚਦੀ ਅੱਜ ਕੱਲ੍ਹ। ਪਰ ਅਖੀਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤਾਂ ਸਮੱਸਿਆ ਇਹੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਸਪਿਰਿਚੁਅਲਿਟੀ ਦੀ ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਧਰਮਾਂ ਦੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਨੇ ਹਾਂ, ਆਰਗੇਨਾਈਜ਼ਡ ਰਿਲੀਜਨ ਤੋਂ ਜੇਕਰ ਨੌਜਵਾਨ ਦੂਰ ਜਾ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਵਾਪਸ ਲਿਆਉਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਇਸ ਰਸਤੇ 'ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੀ ਰੋਲ ਨਿਭਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਇਸ ਪਾਸੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਸੋਚਣ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਹੈ।